Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm Victor Danders, the hardest working man in comics.
Ryan Seymour, king of Comic Town here in Columbus, Ohio.
Yes, and we are back ready to read new things for you guys. Another big freaking week. This is the third week in a row that there has not been a shortage of things to read.
Yeah, there were 100 different books hitting the shelf this week.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
So much goodness. Before we get started, though, where are you in Sandman? Have you finished?
Stace and I, who my wife is Stace, we're working our way through slowly.
Okay.
We have gotten up through the episode 4.
Okay.
The episode where he's able to get his helm back.
Got you. I watched the one after that. That's where I'm at now.
Yeah.
That episode, this next episode, I can't wait for you to watch this one. It is award-winning worthy.
Really?
As an episode. Like,
it's everything I've seen so far has just been amazing.
Yes, but this next one, like I'm telling you, so my lady and I, we watched it last night and we were like, what is this episode about? And I was like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, that's how good of an episode it is. It doesn't matter what it's about. What happens is so interesting. And for me, I got super excited because this was one of the clips that they showed us in San Diego.
Okay.
So, like, to see the full episode, I was like, oh my God. So, yeah. Sandman is amazing. But this week, we're getting She-Hulk.
Right?
So,
which is going to be, if you're watching, it'll be today, right? Like Wednesday?
No, I think it drops on Thursday.
Thursday?
Tomorrow.
Oh, it's Thursday?
Yeah. They're playing with our hearts. Playing with our entire emotions. I don't know. I wish I had an answer. I can make something up. I'm good that way, but I don't have any.
Yeah.
I don't have any. But that's all right. We've got some things to carry us over through then, so let's jump into it. Okay, so under good reason you should read, I've got 3, you've got 2, because we've got one that's the same.
Right.
So
why don't you kick us off, because you've been high on Black Adam. And this is what, issue number, Trey?
3. Okay, so here's the thing. I think I missed issue 2. I don't know how. I think it had to be one of the weeks that DC didn't come.
Yeah.
Like, it had to.
It's possible, because, like, there were a few weeks where, like, our stuff didn't get here. Thanks, FedEx.
Yeah. Like, I saw this, and I was like, yes. And I was like, 3. Wait. I'm missing something. But, okay. Christopher Priest, Sandoval, Herms. This series is hitting.
Yeah.
Okay? Even missing that last issue, I'm grounded. I'm rooted. I'm right in here. I'm with the story. We've got a vulnerable Black Adam, right?
All right.
Who is suffering a crisis of sorts, needing to pass on the power to find like an heir to his championship level, but redefining what his place is going to be at the same time.
Yeah. Like,
he's like, here, hold my beer while I figure out how to come back and get this beer.
Yeah.
Like,
that's cool.
Insane. I want to read Christopher Priest's notes on how he's building this.
Yeah.
I think it will be a masterclass in terms of characterization, dialogue, so many different things. Stuff that we've seen, like this. I mean, like we're getting introduced to pantheons, character types, folks that really kind of take Black Adam on like if I had to correlate it, Thor level conversation, right? Like, this is what Donny Cates did to Thor, but Black Adam.
Huh.
Yeah.
I wonder if DC, the movie universe for DC, are they going to like look at this and take parts of it?
No, they can't. No, I'm going to tell you why. Because, listen, how long did it take for Priest run on Black Panther for us to fully digest, understand it before we put that into a movie space? It was like 20 years, right?
So
we're going to need 20 years before we can look at this and go, oh, that's what he did. Like, it's that deep. It's that groundbreaking, that restructured. Amazing.
On the upside, though, I think The Rock will still be in good enough shape.
Yeah. Like, he never dies. Like, he'll just, like, freeze dry his musculature.
And just, like, inject it back in.
Yeah. Just, like, he'll say a magic word, and that's what will happen. Like that,
Injection.
Yeah. Sha-damn. Like, that's what it is right there. He's just gonna be big again. I'm just saying.
Dude's ripped. I don't know what that means.
That might be the episode title. I don't know.
Sha-damn.
What happens?
I only have 2.
Yes.
Books for
good reason.
Yeah. because it's not that anything else sucked. I just hit a book at the end of my reading that stopped me. I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah.
But to kick things off, it's actually the first book I read this week, too. Avengers 1 million BC.
Nice.
Jason Aaron's amazing. Oh, and Kev Walker is in on the writing duties. Let's see, cover artists are Ed McGuinness and Matt Wilson. Let's see, who's my internal artist? Variant covers. Watercolor.
I mean, stylistically,
it's gorgeous. It's
it
like
is
this,
good.
This like weird almost. Oh, I don't even know how to.
Man, it's a very Vertigo-esque.
Yeah, Vertigo, Corbin-esque.
Yeah.
Kind of art style.
Corbin-esque is a perfect description.
It's these. If you haven't read about these characters before, you're missing out. It is a group of the first superpowered defenders of Earth. Many, as you can tell, 1 million BC, a long time ago. And there are archetypes that we've become familiar with. Like there's a Ghost Rider, there's a Moon Knight, there's a Starbrand, but they're these prehistoric versions. They're really, really cool. At the center of the story is we find out the secret origin of a particular character that many of us know and love in the Marvel Universe.
Oh.
And at the center, oh my God, it's so cool. Like seeing Phoenix not as a force of destruction, but in its early years as like something that cared for Earth. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. A young Odin who just is so full of himself, but he can back it up. So it's like one of those weird, like, yeah, it is super, super cool. And it's written by Jason Aaron. It's an amazing story. I'm pretty sure it's a one-shot. I hope it's not, because there is so much you can mine. Like, Celestials, like first Celestial that rolls up on Earth. You got that with Galactus. You don't want this. This is not the chicken nuggets you're looking for, Galactus.
This ain't it. Don't eat over here.
And the power level of these characters, you can do everything from cosmic down to, I don't know, like some group of early humans that are super evil and get penance stared by a woolly mammoth riding Ghost Rider. Like, it is just super fun. Really dig it. Okay. Try to avoid spoilers, but there is the secret origin of a character, which I'm curious if that'll get picked up by the rest of the Marvel.
It's gotta. Kev Walker is the artist on that one as well.
Kev,
so
great job.
I like how they did that as both the storyteller. Yeah. So that's okay. Super, super dope. Okay.
Silver Age, fun.
World's Finest number 6. We've got Mark Waid. Who is the artist on this one? Travis Moore. So it's the first one that Dan Mora is not doing. Tamara Bonvillain on colors.
So it's gorgeous.
Bidikar on letters. Okay. Mark Waid is that name that is synonymous with great stories.
Yeah.
Right? The thing that still blows me away after being a fan and a friend of his for so long is how just authentically great his stories hit.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't think there's been a story that Mark has done where I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Right? So this one is kind of not a news story line. It's a piece. So in the previous arc, in his adventure with Supergirl, Dick Grayson gets lost through time.
Yeah.
This is them trying to find him.
Oh, okay.
And the very heartwarming story of what happened here. It's a crime story. Like, it's a mystery. Like, it's so amazing to take this story that's so very centered on Dick, and even though it's Batman, Superman, World's Finest, Dick is the focal point of this story, and it puts him back in the circus. So you already know he is in an element that he thrives. But the best freaking part of this entire thing that just made you like little kid giddy is, well, let's share this first. That, and then when you realize that he's there and this is the role that he's playing, amazing. It's so cool. Freaking cool. Again, the Silver Agey goodness of this, the single issue run factor. Like, you can pick up any of these and just read that issue, and yes, it plays into a larger like context. But you got it off of that one. Like, you're good.
It's amazing.
It's
just
really
because there's no, like, oh, where do I start with this series? Just grab one. Whichever cover you think looks coolest.
Yeah. Literally newsstand ready. So, there you go. Okay. So, the first that we mutually read this week, Hard Eyes, Vault Comics. I read this one first because this one for me was kind of an unknown. I wasn't sure where it was going to go. So I'm like, let's jump into this. And wow.
Yeah.
So Dennis Hopeless is the writer. Victor Ebanez is the artist. Addison Duke colors. Simon Bowlen on letters. And okay, so here's the vibe. There are these monsters that have arisen. And I say arisen because like these things look demonic in nature from the depths.
Something existentially horrifying. Like we can't really look at them and see them in their because they're just so incredibly insanity.
Yeah.
Lovecraftian.
Very, like just horrific. Just horrific.
But that's just the world.
Right. Like that's the setup. So these monsters have come and now we are years later.
Yep.
And humanity has fallen. Pockets of civilization, not even civilization, survival are happening. And we are introduced to this young girl who is walking around.
Right. In this hell, what normally you would think would be a hellscape.
Right.
But she's just out there living her life.
Just living her life. Big shout out to Lupe, is this young girl's name. And she gets found by this guy who is her age. I just lost his name. What's his name?
Rico,
thank you. And Rico considers that he's saving her.
Yeah.
And Rico's part of a survival group that disagrees. That's what we'll say. Without any spoilers, they disagree. Yeah. Lupe has figured some things out.
She's extremely... Where she lacks a formal education.
Yes.
She has a very insightful soul.
Lived life.
And is picking up on different vibes.
Yes.
The way things work. And the way things work more than one way because there's something in this. God, it's so... Because you get into the backstories of these characters and why that group disagrees.
Right.
Particular guilts or fears that they might have make sense. And I think about it, like you're this kid and you've grown up around no other kids.
Right.
Like there is nobody else your age.
Right.
And then
you happen upon.
Yeah.
And I mean, she's pretty, right? His age. And so there's circumstances that follow that. What I love is the kind of like, hey, listen, you're 17. We know what head you're thinking with.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. And the juxtaposition of characters and their perspectives within that. They're like, I mean, it's not like he can hook up with y'all. You're related to him. Like, that's not...
Yeah, typically, no, that's a no-no.
Yeah, that's definitely a no-no. Even in this apocalyptic space. Some standards. Yay.
Yeah.
But Lupe has an understanding that I find very interesting. You know, in this world, she may be the only possible survivor, and it's so brilliant to see how this is going to play out.
Yeah, and that last page,
man,
y'all.
I mean, if you've seen that, like,
it's just
you're good.
Yeah, everybody on that creative team, Dennis, Victor, Addison, Simon.
Killed. Killed.
So good.
Yeah.
And, like I keep saying that last page because when you get to that,
God. Yeah. That's a good one. Okay, so on the must reads, if you've only got a limited supply of dollars to spend this week, these are the ones that you should be coming home with. We've got two that are the same. We defer on one. I need to know. Catch me up on this one, please.
Oh yeah. Okay. From AfterShock Comics, Zach Thompson.
Yes.
Ian Marin, Brother of All Men #2, loosely based on an actual cult that existed in Canada. It was led by someone named Brother 12. There's a lot of guano level insanity that takes place.
Okay.
And what I love about this is I don't know fully yet if there's a supernatural aspect to it.
Ooh. Okay.
In the first issue, we find out that someone is being tasked with trying to infiltrate this cult and to get one of the members freed from it and returned to her family.
Okay. Boom.
So, super simple,
Stakes.
theoretically straightforward.
Yeah.
It is not, because there are machinations between these various members of the cult. There are horrible things that are being hinted at that we don't actually see, which I love the tension building.
Okay.
And we still don't know. Like there's these questions that Zach is setting us up with, that is there something more than the mundane reality? Are the hints at the supernatural in issue 1 just like BS that Brother 12 is speaking?
Right.
And
part of his control system.
Because it's very much a control. Like this is like full on cult where like once you get in, you're trapped. And they go out of their way to make sure you don't escape. And the Game of Thrones thing going on with like different people trying to rise up in the ranks. God, it's so amazing. And they're
looks good too.
Yeah, it's just everything about it. It's gorgeous. The art gives this old like Matt Wagner kind of vibe to it. The color palette is muted and feels very rustic, very folk horror.
And it's got like a newsprint texture over the colors.
Yeah,
which I
it really does. It hits on all levels.
Nice.
They're apparently in the first issue, they're the things that are the supernatural like gods or whatever in this are known as the masters.
Okay.
And apparently in the first issue there's a hidden master. I haven't found it yet, and I don't know if like it was just put out there as like a
herring.
Yeah. And now I'm looking in this if there's one. So
nice.
It just adds to the
triple layer reading. That's what I'm talking about.
Really good. It's a quesarita.
I like it.
Senior Grayson.
Nightwing 95. I'm in a Dick Grayson like frame of moon right now. Tom Taylor, Redondo, Lucas. The moves are made. Okay. Bloodhaven is at stake. Nightwing has been angling, trying to maneuver to get everything in place so that they can clean up Bloodhaven. His half sister is the mayor. They have this understanding, realization of who they are to one another. Yeah. It's on, it's popping, it's ready. The move is made. Okay. They're pulling the trigger. They know they've got to get some stuff done. They call in.
Oh wow, that's a wrecking crew. Like that's nothing to be.
Right. Things are done. Things happen. This is where it ends up.
Wow.
So when you have a story where you've got protagonists and antagonists and it's just on this like collision course, and you're just seeing like, oh, this is how they fall, but they're not done yet, and it flips over and you're like, how does he get out of it? And you're not sure. And
the acrobatics required, and I don't mean like physical acrobatics.
No, literal acrobatics, like amazing. Like this scene right here.
What?
Hardcore like parkour. This is the better Batman book that's out right now. I'm saying it, okay? Because it has a vibe that is thoughtful, uplifting, still dangerous. You still got the danger.
Yeah.
But it's Dick Grayson, and that's something so magical. So very magical. Freaking love it.
We need Tom Taylor's middle name just so we can give the proper respect.
You're right. It's probably like Tom the Taylor, right?
That'd be awesome.
Tom, what is your middle name, man? Let us know what it is. And if it's not don't tell us what it is. It is the.
Just lie if you have to.
Yeah. Tom the Taylor. That's it. Yeah.
Image Comics, Sean Lewis, Hayden Sherman from Ohio.
Above Snakes #2. When you want to read literature from the comic shop, these are the things that you get.
Because there's a Euclideanness. There's a
good word.
I don't even know if that's the right word. I think it's probably a math term.
An
Odyssey,
Iliad,
yeah.
Ilidian, Odyssean, yeah, all of that. First of all, this bard, who I love, telling all the stories, selling it like friggin' poetry.
Yeah.
This, oh my god. Okay, so following Dirt.
Yeah.
On his quest,
because it's a Weird West world that
Yes.
are inhabited.
Yes, I like that term.
And
Weird West.
Dirt is one of these characters that, like in Western movies, Western novels, and Pulp Fiction, people go on these like revenge tours, and he is one of these people that goes on a revenge tour, and he has his plan. He's like, these are the people I need to kill. I need to collect all these people that have these black bandanas. But there's other people that also are going on their own pilgrimages of revenge, and that's just the world we inhabit. And he encounters, God, it's like this.
He is love's fool. He is.
Yeah.
I mean, he encounters someone who potentially could match his energy.
Yes.
But just the prospect of their presence puts his mission at risk.
Yeah, because he has a very specific, like, I am going to do this
for this reason.
Yeah, and yeah, it's brilliant. It's like why Batman has to be unhappy. And
well said.
And Sean Lewis is like, here is why.
I get it. Let me write a story that matches that.
And Hayden, my dude, when you were drawing, there's a certain 3-panel sequence.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Like, how were you able to make that romantic? Like in weird, like it was is two people.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
It's just...
It's this, right?
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew that's what you were talking about.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh my gosh, it's symbolic of so many things.
So many things. And it's comforting. It's damning all at the same time. Like, now it's done. It's done.
Yeah. Oh, man, that backstory. Oh, Jiminy Christmas.
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, when you find out why that was done, and then you're like, okay, so who's the bad guy,
right?
Like,
right?
And I think that's what makes this so fun is in this context of the pendulum of morality swinging back and forth. When someone, oh, you murdered this person, but did I?
Yeah, because you don't know the full story.
You don't know the full story, and even when I tell you the full story, it's still a dig at you.
Yeah.
Because, amazing.
Yeah, it's so just Jesus. So this book is so crazy good.
Yeah. This literature. I'm expecting Eisner nominations.
Yeah,
I will be submitting an Eisner nomination for this one because it's that daggone good.
Because the color palette is so otherworldly. Like it's not. It's a world kind of like ours, but it's different.
Yeah,
it's special. It's unique. There's a hidden magic behind everything.
Very day tripper.
Yeah,
in the color, and I dig that. I rock with that completely. This is good. That's super good.
Probably would have been book of the week.
It would have. It would have if we had stopped there. But where you stopped, I stopped, we stopped.
All right. So last week we were lukewarm at best about Love Everlasting.
Yes.
It was Tom King. High concept. Quantum leaping through romance comics from the 50s or whatever.
Yeah.
And we're like, all right, it probably got greenlit because it's Tom.
Yeah.
And then Tom King comes back with the rope-a-dope and just like shatters our skulls with possibly the best Batman story since Snyder's early run of New 52.
Is this a one-shot?
I think.
This is a one-shot. So,
oh my gosh, but can you do more? Like, this is the most frightening, terrifying Riddler.
It's the most frightening Riddler, but as a story. This is Tom King saying, I'm the new Alan Moore.
Yeah.
God. Like, I'm him. I'm the new Frank Miller.
And, of course, riding shotguns, Miss Gerard's. So it's just F-word present participle form gorgeous.
Right. Like, Gerard's artwork brings this to life in a way that is haunting and beautiful. The context of, John Hamm, Bruce Wayne. Yeah. Yes, please. And thank you. I don't care if that's not what you intended. It's what's there.
That vibe I was like, that's John Hamm.
That's what that is. This, and I mean, okay, so here's the thing. With the Batman having come out this year, we're Riddler high, right? Like, we're like, oh, Riddler, that's crazy. Like, that Riddler was amazing, da-da-da-da. That Riddler is a punk.
Yeah.
Who couldn't bust a grape against this one.
Yeah.
Dano, I respect you, dog. I do, but your Riddler just doesn't have this.
Imagine this being handed to Dano.
And he go, "Hey man, scrap that movie. Start all over. Start all over.
Yeah.
Start all over." Because what this Riddler takes credit for as the originator, the conceptualist of, that's messed up.
Yeah.
Like, that is messed up.
Yeah. Right? Like, do we know if that actually happened?
I mean...
Did he just...
Or did he make that up?
Right?
So I believe that the thing about Riddler's not a liar.
Yeah.
He doesn't lie.
Yeah.
So, yes, I believe what he said, he did, because it makes sense when he says it. He's like, that dude doesn't do that. Like, think about it. Like, how would he know to do this, and this? That's not him.
Yeah.
He's not that good.
He's a doer,
right?
Not a planner.
Not a planner. I'm a planner. I had this on deck for a while. I just didn't do it.
Yeah.
But what he says that he did over the years,
scary.
Very scary, because it's what he said he did, and to who he said he did it.
Yeah.
And it didn't stop. Like, it's not like he said like 1, 2 names. He kept going.
Yeah.
Like, with this one, with this one, with this one, with this one. Yeah, I do that. I would just show up.
This Riddler is literally a genius.
Yes.
And he is very intuitive, and he's able to pick up on the clues that other people they don't even know they're putting out there. And he creates this web of fear, like serial killer stuff.
Terrible.
And like,
but not unknown serial killer.
Yeah.
Like, it's him.
Yeah.
He's doing it. And he's just like, yeah,
that's me.
And I mean, and the thing that makes it so scary is that this is very Charles Manson-y, because he's not personally doing anything.
Yeah.
That's the part that's so messed up. Like, he's just pulling strings and making these things happen.
Yeah.
He's not personally doing anything.
Yeah. And that's, oh my gosh. And the flashbacks.
Terrible.
Because Mr. King sets us up with like some like threads, like, and we don't know if that story from his past is going to be brought here or something later. And when it does come around,
hefty.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that one. I enjoyed that more than I knew that I was gonna.
I figured it was going to be not a throwaway Batman one shot,
right?
But not
this.
Yeah, this grandiose.
Is this a Black Label?
I thought it was, but I don't see Black Label.
I don't either.
Anywhere on it, and I'm just left wondering, because Tom King's run on Batman was really, really amazing.
Yes.
It was unceremoniously ended, and I think
this has to be a part of that.
Right?
It's got to be. This has got to be something, because I mean they make references, so this has got to be a part of what that was going to be.
Because god damn,
and literally, if this is where this was going, I get it. Like, you have to kick him off the book, because if this actually happened in Batman, you have to stop Batman.
Yeah.
Like, it will never be this again.
Yeah.
Not in continuity. Like, all the things that we just compared it to. Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah.
Was it Year One? Killing Joke. These are all standalone stories.
Yeah.
That are amazing and acceptable because they're standalone. If you had to try to match that energy,
and this creative team does. They take those standalone one-shot stories that exist in their own little bubble, and brings them all into one cohesive nightmare world.
Yeah.
Because jeez.
So if you take like this is the 4th King Dread's combo piece here. Those are hefty reading pieces.
Yeah.
Like game-changing reading pieces.
Yeah. And this is one that it's not you're going to sit down and bang it out in 5-10 minutes.
No, this is going to live with you for a little bit. I advise you, if you're getting this first thing on Wednesday, read it while the sun's out.
Yeah.
Because the later in the day that it gets, the more haunting this will be for you.
Yeah.
And
because some of it,
don't do that to yourself.
Seeing the Riddler just do stuff because he can.
Don't do that.
It entertains him.
That's the thing that's creepy. Like, he's entertained, amused by this.
Yeah. Because, jeez.
Not okay.
How do you walk into, like...
Yeah. Yes. And just be like he is. Insanity. Absolute insanity. We read some great books.
Yeah.
Ones that we definitely like, and we hope that you like our conversation about it. If so, click the thumbs up. Let us know that you like it. Leave a comment below.
Yeah.
Tell us things. Tell us how you felt about this one, and whether or not Riddler is now your favorite Batman villain, because he should be. He should be.
Yeah.
Without question, he should be.
Yeah. And every week,
Yeah.
gaze upon us by hitting the subscribe button and the bell. It will let you know that we're here.
Yeah. In your inbox.
Mm-hmm.
In your dreams. Kind of like Riddler could do.
Dude, it's so...
But nicer. But nicer. Nicer. Although if you put some green makeup on, you could kind of...
I got the hair for
You
it.
could kind of pull that off.
Oh, my
Pull
gosh.
that off. It's an instant, cosplay for you now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
That's amazing.
It's
At least
just, how do
scary.
you say that to
anyone? To anyone. And he did that.
Yeah.
Read the book. You'll
Yeah,
get it.
it's
Read
so-
the book
yeah.
and you'll get it. You will understand. We will see you guys next week. Bye.